Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of my podcast. I am Ariana, and today we are going to be talking about how you can glow up before 2025. It's better to get started now than start doing it January 1st, only because we're kind of still lagging behind. And I say that because during the holidays, we love to eat. And that's why we might put on a little bit of weight and we might not like that. So I'm saying we should get started now so that we have those good habits going into the new year. Let's not wait for January 1st when we've already put on a little bit of weight because we've been eating the pies and brownies and the turkey and everything. Let's make better choices for ourselves so that we don't put on that weight and that we don't feel bad about ourselves and say, "Hey, I need to drop some weight for the new year," when you've already been working on it in November and December. We all experience that high of the new year, but it's better to get started now than to wait until January. So, with that being said, I'm going to give you guys 5 tips. 5 tips that I do, that I did. I had started my journey back in December of 2023, and now I'm 70 pounds lighter. I'm in school, and I'm feeling pretty okay with where I am right now. I mean, a little bit more than okay, but you know what I mean. I just feel better about myself. I really wasn't doing anything last year to better myself and improve. So I'm really proud of the person that I've become this year. So I'm also going to be joining you guys with this glow up for next year because we can always improve and we can always do better. Step 1 is going to be write down your goals. With this, you want to get really specific with your goals. You want to kind of niche down, for lack of better words, because you want to know, you want to get to know the person that you are trying to become. You want to kind of embody that person because there's no other way you're going to change if you don't start acting like you're a different person. You can't move if you're stagnant. That was pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. That was pretty good. Okay, moving on. You want to write down what it is that you want to do and how that's going to look for you. Kind of like setting out a plan, or like if you're in school, you know what an outline is for an essay. You're going to outline who you want to be for the next year. So, with writing down what it is that you want to achieve, that could be starting a new exercise regimen, starting a new skincare routine, wanting to drink more water, reading more, starting school, or just educating yourself in general. You want to write these things down. You want to try and get as many bullet points as you can so that you know what it is that you need to work towards. If it helps, you can also make a Pinterest board. I love Pinterest and I love doing things on Pinterest because you kind of get the visual. I'm a very visual person, and seeing other people where I want to be is a good incentive. It's not exactly where I'm going to be, but it's something that I'm working towards and something that will motivate me. It's more of like a picture list. So if that's more your speed, then do it. Make a Pinterest board or write down a list, put it somewhere that you can see it so you know exactly what it is you're going to be working on for the next couple of weeks. With this, whether it be your list or your Pinterest board, you're going to want to start to visualize and behave as though you are this person, because we're not going to get anywhere if we don't start acting like them. So write it down, write what kind of qualities they have, what their confidence is like, what they like to do, and how they speak to other people. And you're going to want to start to think like this person because you will start to attract that kind of energy. Step 2, you're going to want to start talking about it. Tell people about this new venture that you're on. Talk to family members and friends and the guy at your local coffee shop. You're going to want to talk to people. You're going to want to tell them, "Hey, I'm starting this new thing," or "I'm going to start reading. This is the book I'm reading. I just started going to the gym, so that's why I'm here at the coffee shop at 6:56 a.m." These things are going to set you up so that you don't fall off. It's going to hold you accountable. which is what we need. We need to be held accountable. We're not always going to have the motivation to want to do the things that we set out to do. What we need to have is discipline. And telling other people that we are starting something new, they're going to ask us about it. The amount of times that people have asked me how school is going, I'm just like, yeah, it's going. I'm not like a I'm not very fond of school, but I know that I want to do school. So every time that somebody asks me how is school going, or if my husband's like, how's homework going? I'm just like, yeah, I gotta do it because I gotta do it. Like people are like, yeah, you're working on this, right? Yes, I am. I am working on it. And that's kind of what's gonna set you up to keep going. This is gonna hold you accountable because you're gonna set yourself up to have a little community. In a way, these people will kind of be rooting for you. Just make sure you're not telling people that will work against you because you do not want negative energy. There are always the people that are going to want to set it out for us and not see us succeed. And you know who those people are in your life. Just don't tell them that you're working on something new because they're not going to be rooting for you. They're not going to bring positive energy into your life. So when you tell people that are going to be cheering you on and are going to be supporting you, you're going to feel a little bit better. You're going to say, "Hey, I kind of have a village here. I kind of have a little support system and they are rooting me on. They're keeping me on track. They're helping me stay accountable and stay on my new goal." That's an easy way to stay on track so that you don't fall off. Also, when you talk about it, make sure that you're excited. Make sure that you are bringing that positive energy to kind of show them that you are excited about this new venture that you're going on because you are. You're not, like I said, you're not always going to be motivated to do it, but in the long run, this will help you become who you want to be. Step 3, do not try and do everything at once. You don't want to pile everything onto your plate and then everything kind of fall apart. It's like that Dixie commercial where the guy is eating his lunch at the computer and the plate just is so full that it just folds over. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you're going to stick to these new habits and you're going to stick to it and not fall off. So, with that, you're going to want to habit stack. Habit stacking comes from James Clear in his book Atomic Habits. It is a very popular book. It is super popular. I heard about it from YouTube and I started reading it just to kind of see how I could better myself and incorporate new and positive habits. So, with habit stacking, if you don't know what it is when you gradually incorporate a new habit into your already existing habits. So, you're not going to kind of pile everything on all at once because then we'll burn out. We won't stick to what we're trying to set out to do. We're going to slowly put it into our lives. So, this can look like if you want to read more, you're going to place your book on your nightstand or on your side of the bed. If you want to walk more, set a timer for a specific time of the day. Get outside and walk. It does not have to be 5 miles, it just has to be a little bit so you can get more steps in if that is your goal. If you want to work out in the morning and go to the gym early, you're going to want to set out your clothes the night before. These things in the long run will help you stick to your goals because you're making it easier. You're making the habit more accessible. So you'll start doing those things because it's easier for you. As humans, we really want things to be easy. We really don't want to have to work for it. Making your new life a little bit more accessible will help you in the long run and stick to those goals. On this channel, I am very, very passionate about mental health and staying well in that regard. So I had to include it in your glow up for 2025. I just had to. It had to be a part of the guide. Taking care of your mental health can look like whatever is supporting you. So maybe you want to try therapy if you're not in therapy currently. I have been going to therapy for the past 3 years and it has helped me so much, especially as a mom, just talking it out to somebody that's not family or my husband or friends, it really helps me kind of get an objective point of view. I don't want somebody who knows me to give me advice because they're going to be a little bit biased. You don't want any bias in your advice. So, talking to somebody who's a therapist or a counselor can be very helpful and it can be very refreshing because you don't really know the person outside of that room or outside of that session. If therapy is not for you, then you really want to try and prioritize communicating how you're feeling, especially if you're starting something new. You can kind of tire out, and you want to make sure that you're talking to somebody about it so that you have that support system. Having a support system can be really helpful, especially if you're going through something new or going through a rough time, because it can be somebody you can lean on. Make sure that they're a safe person and make sure that there's somebody that will actually listen to you so that this can be the most helpful for you. If talking is kind of hard and it's not really your thing either, I would suggest journaling or taking like a mental health walk, put on some headphones, listen to music or a podcast, and just walk it out. That really helps me too if I don't have anybody to talk to. Or journaling really helps me get my thoughts down on paper if I am not having a therapy session that week, or if I really need to talk to my therapist but I can't. It helps me articulate what I'm feeling and I get to see it down on paper and it kind of feels like a release in a way. Also, with the walking, I get to move my body, which raises the endorphins, making me feel a little bit happier. Make sure that you're getting enough sun, especially during these cold months. It can be really hard to get sun, and that can be a cause of seasonal depression, especially if you already have depression or anxiety. Seasonal depression is not it's not fun. It's not something that you want to take on either. So during this journey, you want to make sure that you're getting sun because we can become depressed if we are lacking vitamin D. You can also take vitamins, but in addition to that, you want to make sure that you're getting sun so you can get that natural vitamin D. Step 5. This is the last one, guys. Do a detox. And no, I do not mean a juice cleanse, I mean a detox. This can be done in a number of different ways. So I'm going to give you some suggestions. You can detox from alcohol. If you see that you are drinking a little bit too much or you're having a drink after work almost every day, or if you're drinking a lot on the weekends, you can detox from alcohol. And I'm not going to deny it. I love a good margarita. I love margarita. I love drinking them. But I feel terrible after I drink. I'm always feeling really, really sad, feel bad about myself after I drink. Also, with alcohol, it's empty calories. If that is something that you are watching, it's empty calories and it can raise your blood sugar. I have insulin resistance. So, overall, I'm going to detox from alcohol because it's not doing anything but hurting my body. I also want to say that alcohol is a depressant. So, if you are suffering from any mental health problems, it can add to those problems, making them worse. You can detox from social media. I know a lot of people do this. Sometimes they take weeks or months off of social media. I do love to scroll. I love to see what's going on in the world. I love to see my favorite influencers online. But you can kind of doom scroll, especially if you're on TikTok. You can kind of lose yourself in just scrolling all day, and then you're going to feel really bad if you've wasted your day just scrolling and looking at other people's lives when you could be bettering yours. So, two habits that you can incorporate are not scrolling first thing in the morning and right before bed. Your cortisol levels are higher in the morning, so when you scroll in the morning, that can increase your cortisol levels, which is not good for your hormones. Scrolling right before bed can affect your circadian rhythm, which we want to keep in balance so that our bodies are producing melatonin. We go to sleep on time and not stay up until 1 or 2 a.m. I hope that you guys found this video helpful, and I hope that you will try and incorporate new things into your life and glow up before 2025. I can't believe that 2025 is coming up already. It's amazing how time just flies. Um, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you are not already. In the comments down below, let me know some things that you're going to be working on to better yourself for the new year. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day. Bye.